Darkest Hour was directed by Joe Wright and stars Gary Oldman and Lily James, I guess, and some other people, they're the two biggest ones. Yeah, thank you. And we saw this at Tiff this year.
Tiff review, subscribe.
Yep. It was the first of our triple feature day. And it was, well, can I just say up front that it was really great? Really great. I think we all enjoyed it.
We all enjoyed it.
Okay, we're gonna get into the minutia of this review now.
So we've broken the review down. Jack, I swear to God, we've broken the review down into 3 parts: the good, the bad, and the meh, as we always do. And as always, we'll start with the positives because, as always, this is a positive space until it isn't. I said as always like 4 times.
By the way, don't click off, please.
Gary Oldman.
Yes.
Gary Oldman is a great guy. He played Commissioner Gordon. He played Sirius
That's all
Black.
we care about.
He played that bad guy from that movie from the 60s.
The
Fifth Element.
Yes.
He also played that bad guy in the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes movie.
He also played Dracula.
He
also played
And he puts in a great performance in
played
this
Godzilla.
movie.
Did he actually?
He played Winston Churchill in this movie. And you may be thinking, Gary Oldman doesn't look like Winston Churchill. No.
Does now.
Gary Oldman actually has a lot of movies where he wears prosthetics. Like
The Dark Knight Rises.
One. The Dark Knight Rises, yeah.
Where he plays Bane.
That other movie.
What are we talking about?
He wears a piece of plastic on his
head.
head.
Let's just talk about the good.
Gary Oldman
in the Fifth Element, he wears a piece of plastic on his head.
Yeah, Gary Oldman is really good in this movie. He does an excellent performance.
Actor.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
It's really looking likely that he'll at least get nominated for that.
Oh, no, he'll for sure be on.
Yeah.
If stuff like The King's Speech is nominated for Best Actor, Best Picture, and all that, this will be too. Because I think this is as good, if not better.
Yeah.
The cinematography in this movie was
some
beautiful.
really interesting
Beautiful.
stuff.
The lighting was really what stood out.
Yeah.
Stood out.
There were a couple. The
me.
first shot in particular, there's just a couple that I remember. The first shot in particular was
I love that
really
shot.
cool. Like it was really long and really complex, but it wasn't annoyingly complex. Like it was really cool. And the amount of in this movie
light shafts,
people that like are not main actors, like extras who just are doing like a really good job is huge. Like there's so many, like there are lots of scenes where Winston Churchill is addressing a lot of people in like the I guess House of Commons is the Canadian equivalent. And
House of Lords.
The House
of Lords.
Yeah.
That's it.
And there's so many people, but they're all really into it, and
this is a light shaft.
It's very believable.
Yeah, there's a lot of light shafts. And it's really good.
Also, there are 2 shots which are kind of mirroring each other. They're meant to be compared, I think, which are from his perspective driving past a street in a car, and they're really cool because it's just like it's a little slowed down, and you see all of these different things happening. It's so smooth, like it smoothly transitions from one person to the next person. And you just see it's really good.
It doesn't follow specific people, but the way they've blocked the scene is almost as if you're fading in and out of various people's like routines because you focus on someone even though it's his intention, but they don't direct the camera in that way. They direct the actors, and I think that's something that stands out about this movie, where it's the tandem of the camera and the actor working together that you don't see very often in other movies.
Joe Wright, really good job.
Amazing. I hope
really good directing.
Do you think he'll get a nomination for Best Director?
Yeah, probably.
I hope he does.
I hope
what about his brother Edgar?
Very different movies.
Yeah.
Separated at birth, and
they don't know. We know. They don't.
Because we separated them.
What?
Don't worry about it. But yeah, the directing is very good in this movie. Like it's great. Next up, production design. Production design. We're gonna keep going. Keep calm and carry on. That's topical, right?
That's British.
Yeah.
I get it.
But it really captured the kind of World War II gritty.
It was very drab, very brown and kind of gray. Yeah.
But it worked, and
I loved it.
It was really effective, and it kind of puts you in that time. Like there wasn't a time where a lord pulled out his cell phone and snapped his picture.
I mean, I assumed there wouldn't be.
Like, but it very much immersed you in that time, and even like the London cityscapes and everything.
this is the kind of movie that high school classrooms, high school history classes, if you're studying World War II, you're gonna go see this.
And Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And well, no, like they couldn't do Dunkirk though because it was in July, but like.
Oh, I just mean like in.
But like in the future, both will be played.
Yeah.
I think this will be one of the ones that's played. Also, weirdly, if you took Dunkirk in this film and edited them together, it would make a very compelling movie. I think.
Mm-hmm.
They both end with the same lines.
Yeah, that's true.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They do. Mm-hmm. And you could cut back and forth between the two different characters reading them.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
Anyway.
When this comes out on digital, and Dunkirk comes out on digital, I'm making a re-edit of them.
You mean when they come out online?
Because me and Kielan were both thinking that exact same thing.
Yeah. We were like, as we were walking out, Jack was telling me that, and I was like, I was thinking that through the whole thing. And then you can watch King's Speech as the prequel to this, because this occurs right after the King's Speech.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the king, this is a speech. Ben Mendelsohn plays the king. He doesn't speech, but he's good.
He does speak, though.
Well, he does speak. Ben Mendelsohn just in general
Ben Mendelsohn
is very
is a non-speaking part in this movie.
He's a very entertaining actor.
He's a great actor.
I like
yeah.
him.
He is, yeah.
He's always a little over the top, but it always works somehow.
Yeah. Especially for something like this, like the King of England, where
he has to
kind
play
of
it up a little bit.
royal and kind of
a little bit too
holier than thou.
Yeah.
Like but he was great. And the script.
It was really well written, I thought.
Yeah.
You said that you had a couple issues.
There were
with some of the lines.
There were like some moments that kind of just took me out of it, but
they were too British for you.
Yeah, they were too British, unnatural. You know.
I was raised on the 6-hour BBC special of Pride and Prejudice, so I was very used to this manner of speaking. So.
And then the lighting, we mentioned that before. It's really good. It's really
light
creative
shows.
and
lots of light shows.
So like, there's a scene where
Deja vu.
where Gary Oldman is talking to the king,
Shafting
and it's like they're both in front of in front of individual windows, and the light it's kind of just hitting them, but like nowhere else in the room.
Yeah,
and it's really cool, and it's just really well done.
Also, at no moment did I ever question that it was Gary Oldman's look ever. Yeah, like it's so seamless. The makeup and everything. This will win Best Hair and Makeup. Without a doubt.
I hope Logan's nominated, but this will win. It has to.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, I would like that. That's actually a travesty. Because the way they made him look like Churchill is unmatched. Yeah. I've never seen anything like this. Where it's such a
like there's so many close-ups of his face, and you just can't distinguish.
Also, the voice. Like the voice, it's so accurate to real recordings. It's ridiculous. I love it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you want to get into the meh?
Yeah. All right. Do you have anything written down for it?
Lily James.
Yeah.
She's fine.
She didn't really have a character, though. She just kind of was there for the sake of being there.
And there wasn't that much. She has, like, one bit of character development, but then that's never really followed up on.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there wasn't enough time in the movie for her. It was more a Winston Churchill movie.
Honestly, that's, like, the one noticeable weak point in this movie. Everything else is just kind of chugs along.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's one more. We're in the bad section. I think... Kielan, you said this after we got out of the theater. It's a bit too long.
Yeah.
It drags a little bit in the middle.
Yeah. And like there's like 10, 15 minutes in the middle that you could just kind of chop out and I wouldn't care.
Mm.
A couple of those scenes are with Lily James.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think her character needed to be as big as she was.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really do anything with her.
Connecting with the youths. Boy.
And the females.
Will just stabbed.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Okay, if you say so. You know, history's a canvas.
Yeah.
Or is that the line?
History's a sketchbook.
History's a Anyway, Jack, you want to get into our rating?
Oh yeah. So this movie was great, and it deserves what it got, which I totally know. A 9 out of 10.
A 9.
Wonderful movie.
Wow.
Amazing.
And then on our pretentiousness scale, we are giving this film. It's not a film. It's cinema. It is cinema, ladies and gentlemen.
We are giving this cinema
a cinema. Wow. Why don't you go to the cinema and watch this film? Cinema. I mean, this piece of cinema. This is really confusing when you use it in actual language. Yeah. So, yep. Oh, Kielan just made a drawing, but then he ruined it by writing a dab on it. Anyway,
I'm gonna
subscribe, please.
Hey, bud. Hey, bud.
All right.
Please,
All right. We're almost
please.
at 8. We're almost at 80 subs at the time of recording this. So it'd be really cool if we can push it up a little bit. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more videos, you can click on the right. There'll be a playlist. If you want to see our last review, probably from Tiff, it'll be on the left. We'd like to thank all of you faithful filming stuffineers, as we now call you. It's that or Fam Squad. You have to choose.
No, it's not. No.
Let us know in the comments below what you'd like to be called. Film and Stuff and Ears or Fam Squad.
There are no other options.
No other options. That's it. And if you want to subscribe, you can go down below. You can either click the notifications if you like, but you can subscribe. And if not, click the button on the screen and click right here to get Stuckmanized. Bye. No.